Here is how to add the final touches to your fluffy snowman. First, you'll start out by making the hat. So I want to show you a pre-cut hat. So you're going to have this little piece of paper that's like a little book, and you're just going to trim a little spot out of it to make a hat when you unfold it. There are a variety of little book kind of cut pieces of paper that you can use. So maybe you want a colorful hat, or maybe you just want to stick with the traditional black hat. That's fine. So what you're going to do is find the side that is closed. So this side is the closed side. We're going to put our fingers on the side that's closed, approximately 2 fingers from the closed side. You're going to draw a really big capital L, very tall. And your L should probably be leaving you with approximately a finger's amount of space down here. So if you do it down lower, you're going to just have a skinnier hat, no big deal. And then you keep it folded how it is and very carefully cut, and you will end up with a hat. And another suggestion, if you wanted to do a slightly different hat or a shorter hat, so say I wanted it to be rounded at the top. So instead of doing the L, what I could do is find the folded side, and you make kind of a little rainbow, half a rainbow curve, kind of like that, and then go off the edge just like this. So it's an L, but it's almost like the top curves. So then when we cut it out, it's going to make this kind of curve shape on the top instead. Or maybe you think your hat is really tall and you want to trim it down. So we find the top of our hat that's already cut, and we can just trim off the top and make a shorter top hat, just like that. So lots of choices. When your hat is complete, go ahead and add small dots of glue going all the way around your edge. Not big old blobs, just little dots. You don't need to squeeze too hard. And then you can place it on the head. You can put it on an angle, you could put it straight up, and depending on how close your snowman's head is to the top, you might have to slide it up or down. So I want mine on a little slant, just like that. Make sure it's pressed down really nicely, and then you're ready for the next step. So next I'll add my arms, just in case my scarf might be in the way. So I'm going to do my arms next with an oil pastel, a brown one. Black would be an acceptable one to use too for a stick. So we're going to make a backward L and a forward L to start. So I'll start with the forward L, kind of like that for one arm. Make sure you're pressing down hard enough, and then a backwards L. And then you'll just make kind of a Y shape and add another maybe extra stick there. Maybe I just want one on that side. You decide. Now that my arms are done, I can add my scarf without worrying about it being in the way. So you need some strips, or maybe you might only need one, depending on if you want to do your scarf one color. So you're going to figure out approximately how big you need the scarf to be for your neck of your snowman. So I need to cut it about here. So I'm going to kind of hold my piece of paper there so I know where to give it a little snip. So I could use this as part of my scarf, or I can use another piece. So maybe I want it to be multicolored. So I could do 2 little tails that are different colors, kind of like this. Or maybe I want it to match. Really, it's entirely up to you what you want it to look like. Someone else might want the extra pieces that you have created as well. And if you want, you could add just a couple little snips in there to add some frills on your scarf, so it looks a little bit fluffy at the ends. Just don't glue those down flat, kind of like that. And add small dots of glue to get everything connected. If you use patterned paper, remember the back side is not patterned. Next, we'll create the carrot nose using a little piece of orange paper. So you're going to find the bottom part of your rectangle, and from each corner you're going to draw a really tall skinny rectangle up to the very tippy top. So find that corner, draw up, and then find the other corner, draw up, just like that. And now we know where to give it a couple snips to make our carrot nose. Make sure when you glue your carrot nose that approximately the middle of the face is where you're gluing the larger part of your carrot, so it doesn't look like it's gonna fall off of his face. Then you're ready to start adding the eyes and the mouth using just one dot of glue. So there's lots of little circles you can use to create your mouth, and if you have some room, some buttons. You can do just a couple buttons, or if you want to do buttons that go down farther, that's your choice. You decide, just use a little tiny dots of glue. When everything's glued down, place it on the drying rack very carefully so you don't lose any of your pieces.